Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The local forecasters tracking rain on the way, but will it get cold enough to make for a mess on the roads?
Also, take a look at this, a rare sneak peek inside the new Little Caesars Arena downtown.
But first, a neighborhood on edge in Warren. A 71-year-old woman tied up, robbed, her bank account drained, and police say these are the guys who did it. Thanks for being with us for the news at 5. Tonight, that woman is shaken, but okay after that absolutely terrifying attack early this morning.
Start things off here at 5 with Sean Lay. Sean, do we have an update on the search for those two men?
Yeah, here's the very latest on the search. We can call it breaking news. You see a police car here in center line right behind me. It's kind of babysitting a scene here because if you walk down this side street here just off of Van Dyke, there's a search warrant being served on a home right down at the end of the street. We're staying back a bit because police just got here to do their thing, but I can tell you at this hour they have two people in for questioning for this particular crime against this 71-year-old.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. They didn't hurt me.
They did not hurt you? Good.
We are concealing the 71-year-old victim's identity for her safety. But she tells me that she is okay after she was put through a horrible incident at 5 this morning. That's when this quiet Warren widow had to untie herself and make this call to 911.
911?
Yes. Someone just broke into my home and tied me up and took all my belongings.
Two men with masks on, hoodies over their heads, unmasked moments later at the Walmart at 12 Mile and Van Dyke, caught on security camera, using the woman's bank card to take what cash she had in her account and to rack up purchases.
They ransacked my house. They tied me up. They took all my jewelry.
The woman says they got in through her side window, bypassing her security system. Her son spoke with Local 4.
She's retired, widow, lives by herself, minds her own business. Everyone likes her. And then she gets attacked in her own house, in her own neighborhood, in her own bed. And it's just crazy, man.
They had a bat.
They had a bat?
Mm-hmm. They were threatening to hit me with it.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, right here.
There's more. Police were called to the home right next door where a couple in their 90s live. Signs here that the two may have tried to break into this home as well.
It is very scary.
Very scary indeed. People say that street so quiet, so peaceful there. In fact, we watched families bring this woman cookies and flowers today to check on her. Again, breaking news here in Centerline. This is where Warren police serving a search warrant on a home. They have two in custody. When this is all said and done, Kimberly and Devin, they're going to be looking at these two for multiple home invasions, but we're still waiting to confirm that particular part of the investigation. It's all just unfolding right now. Back to you.
Sean, I was amazed at how composed she sounded on the phone. How is she doing now?
You know, I checked in with her son and her on the phone just a short time ago. Very well for what she went through. Tied to a bed with a belt, then composed enough to call 911. Her son composed too, and they say they can feel, they really appreciate all the neighbors that had come over and checked on them today. We saw little kids bringing her flowers. Another family brought her cookies.
That's great. All right, Sean.
Yeah.
Well, no complaints about the warmer temperatures, maybe a few about the gloom and the gray, and now we get some rain on the way.
We do. Andrew's in for Ben tonight. And Andrew, what's the timeline here?
Well, I tell you what, it won't spoil our evening plans, Kimberly and Devin. We've got cloudy skies overhead, clouds hanging low, of course, but here are those temps that Devin was just talking about, all of them above average across all four of our zones. Visibility pretty good as well, but temps ranging from 35 in Ann Arbor in our western zone. Metro zone, we're looking at 37 degrees over at Metro Airport. And here is the rain that's on the way. The green and yellow you see right here, light to moderate, even heavier rain in yellow, south of Chicago, south of Indianapolis, steadily moving in this direction. But it won't arrive until after midnight. So as you come downtown for the auto show or other activities, remaining slightly above freezing, maybe a little more fog by the end of the night, but it gets wetter after midnight. But does it get icier as temperatures drop? Got the answer coming up in your forecast straight ahead.
All right, Andrew. Well, just a short time ago, President Obama commuted the prison sentence of hundreds of more inmates.
Former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick was not one of them. A petition with 28,000 supporters have called for Kilpatrick's last-minute presidential pardon. On his final day in office, the president did shorten the sentence of 330 federal inmates convicted of drug crimes. The White House has not commented on that Kilpatrick petition. Tonight, a spokesman for the Bush family says the former president, George H.W. Bush, and his wife, Barbara, Barbara are both on the upswing after being hospitalized. Family spokesperson says Barbara Bush is still being treated for bronchitis. The former president is alert and in stable condition, but still in intensive care, we're told. President Bush admitted to a Houston hospital Saturday for breathing problems stemming from pneumonia. The former First Lady was admitted, we're told, really for just precautionary reasons.
We are expecting President-elect Donald Trump to speak in Washington ahead of his inauguration tomorrow. Word is that'll happen about 5:30, and we will carry it live. Also today in the nation's capital, a much different swearing-in ceremony. Thousands of security officers from across the country preparing for potential problems in Washington, D.C. One of the areas they'll be watching very closely is the National Mall, I should say. That's where Jay Gray is this evening with a closer look. Jay?
Good evening from the National Mall, where preparations continue not only here but around the stage at the Capitol as they get ready for tomorrow's inauguration. As crews focus on that, police are focused on making sure the weekend stays safe.
So help me God. So help me God.
Deputized this morning by D.C. police ground troops, as many as 8,000 National Guardsmen and women have moved into the nation's capital, part of a massive security effort across the district. They will join federal agents, state, local, Capitol Police, and officers traveling from departments across the country. Also motoring into the Beltway, thousands of bikers for Trump, who say they'll help protect citizens as close to 1 million gather here.
It's something that I think that all true red, white, and blue Americans have been waiting for a long time. It's time to, to take our country back.
Hundreds of thousands of Trump supporters celebrating the inauguration, and hundreds of thousands protesting the new president. Normally, during an inauguration, Capitol Police get about 6 requests for protest permits. This year, they've had 30, and expect, permit or not, to see 100 or more organized demonstrations.
We want to let the world know that this is a very serious situation in the United States. This is not just your normal transition of power here.
Like supporters, protesters have traveled from across the country, thousands training before they'll try to disrupt the festivities.
Round it up and deport it.
A showdown expected as Trump takes the oath of office, and both sides in this ongoing power play fill the National Mall. Now, many of the protest groups say their main goal tomorrow is to try and block access to the inauguration. On Saturday, there will be a major women's rally. 200,000 people or more expected to march from Freedom Plaza to the White House. In Washington, Jay Gray, Local 4.
Thanks, Jay. And heading into the inauguration, we talk one-on-one with NBC's Lester Holt. He discusses the anticipation and media coverage leading up to tomorrow's big event. My special report comes up at about 5:15.
A dirty surgical tool found at Detroit Medical Center could cause state regulators to reopen their investigation into the DMC. According to the Detroit News, a tool marked as sterile that was delivered to a children's hospital operating room had old blood and other substances on it. Here it is. Still, you can see that there is still a material there inside. The tool was found 1 day after the state ended its investigation of dirty instruments at the hospital system. The state is now reviewing this incident.
Some new information tonight in the deadly shooting of an Oak Park woman in Warren. Last Friday, 34-year-old July Johnson was shot and killed just outside her boyfriend's home near 13 Mile and Mound. Witnesses told police they saw somebody running from the scene moments after the shots rang out. Tonight, Warren police are telling us they found a handgun near the home. Officers are now working with state police to determine if the gun is indeed the murder weapon.
Today, we got our first real sneak peek inside the new Little Caesars Arena. It's impressive, but that's not the only news that was made today. Priya Mann shows us who's been given the honor of being the arena's first performer to take the stage. Priya?
We've been watching this arena taking shape right before our eyes. Today, we got a sneak peek inside and heard from the first artist to perform here. This is your first look inside the 20,000-plus seat arena floor. The new home of the Red Wings and Pistons still has a bit of work left to be done before doors open in September. Construction crews that have been working around the clock paused for a few minutes as a Michigan icon made a surprise appearance.
It's pretty impressive, especially to see all the workers here that, many who I know are right here in the city of Detroit and pretty much all from Michigan here that, just to have their hands and building this thing is very special.
Kid Rock will be the first artist to perform at the Little Caesars Arena. He's set to perform 4 concerts mid-September on the 12th, 13th, 15th, and 16th.
you know, it means a lot to be stepping in here as the first act to, you know, it's just a little bit bigger than me playing a show, a lot bigger than that. I think it hopefully means a lot for the people that built this place and for our whole city and state in general.
While mostly positive, reaction was mixed.
It's good to keep the people who support us around already from when we weren't such a good city, but we're coming up now, so I think he's a great pick.
He might not be my choice if I had to look at it and had time to think about it.
Is there a Detroit native you would have liked to see?
Little Stevie Wonder, somebody like that, he'd come back and do it.
The Metro Detroit native was joined by the Ilitch family, Red Wings captain Henrik Zetterberg, and one of the bad boys, former Pistons Rick Mahorn. Little Caesars Arena is part of a massive 50-block revitalization project dubbed the District Detroit.
And Detroit is coming back and everything, and I think it's really nice, you know, that the city is building back up, and this is my hometown, and I love it here.
Tickets go on sale next Friday and range in price from $20 to $75. Reporting from outside the Little Caesars Arena, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
And it really has gone up like that right in front of our eyes.
Fun to watch for us down here
really
downtown,
has.
isn't it? Yeah.
Well, this fire could have been so much worse.
Ahead here at 5, Detroit Mayor Duggan delivering a special thank you to the city workers who went well above and beyond their duties. Tim?
This is Tim Pamplin with the Detroit Tigers annual winter caravan as it gets rolling. But just as quickly as it gets going, it starts falling off the rails. We'll take you along for the ride with Maestro Cabrera coming up.
All right, we'll be looking forward to seeing that, Tim. Thank you. But first, do you recognize this man? A security camera rolls inside a Southfield hotel as he goes for one very valuable thing. That's next.
New at 6.
Warren Mayor Jim Fouts claiming he has received death threats in the wake of controversial audio recordings attributed to him. New at 6, why those alleged threats to the mayor's life are not being investigated.
Plus, it's warm for January, but not warm enough for dogs to go for a dip. So it's a good thing Dearborn firefighters answered the call to rescue these two. We'll have that story new at 6.
First here at 5, Southfield police need some help tonight after a man is caught on camera robbing a hotel. The video shows the man walking into an office behind the hotel's front desk. After realizing that a clerk had seen him, the man, who was armed with a knife, ordered the clerk to hand over money. She did, and he took off. This happened January 12th at the Embassy Suites on Franklin Road. So this was last week. If you recognize him, call Southfield Police.
Well, believe it or not, when Donald Trump is sworn in Friday as our next commander-in-chief, he won't be the first U.S. president to have a contentious relationship with the media. NBC's Lester Holt tells us about a clash legendary newsman Walter Cronkite had with a former president, and he also talks about the anticipation leading up to tomorrow's inauguration. President-elect Donald Trump makes no secret his feelings toward the media.
You are fake news.
And while the soon-to-be commander-in-chief's actions may seem unprecedented,
I don't know a White House that's ever been entirely comfortable with the way they are covered.
NBC's Lester Holt says from his years of covering White House politics, it's not that uncommon for a president to have a bit of disdain for the media.
I like to tell the story. Several years ago, I had a chance to moderate a discussion with Walter Cronkite, and he told a great story about doing the newscast, and President Johnson called in the middle of the newscast, didn't like something, and demanded to talk to Mr. Cronkite. He was informed, well, Mr. President, Mr. Cronkite's on the air right now. But it reminds you that the relationship is always, to some extent, an adversarial one.
And Lester Holt offered these words about covering tomorrow's inauguration.
It is one of those, those moments in American government, the peaceful transition of power. It is something still awe-inspiring. I hope I don't sound too corny, but I always find it kind of magical. Will it be different? Sure. This is a president who will come in with historically low approval ratings, so he's got a lot of ground to make up. We've heard a lot about who will be performing in the crowds, but the fact is, it will go on. It will be a large spectacle, and we'll be there to cover it.
They'll be there to cover it. We'll be there to cover it as well. Local 4 will be among the huge crowds in Washington, D.C. for the inauguration. I'll have live coverage starting tomorrow, as well as coverage from the big women's march on Washington, and that happens Saturday. So we just saw Jay Gray. He's there, and he didn't have on a big coat. So
in fact, it looked like you're going to head for warmer weather even than we're having here, even though it's pretty warm here.
That's right. A bit warmer than average and warmer than today over in Washington, D.C. But pack your umbrella, Kimberly, because there is rain in the forecast.
Yep, just like here, too.
That's right, tomorrow and even on Sunday. Let's take a look at that inauguration forecast, because you might be headed over to the nation's capital, too. This is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So on Friday, a high temperature of 47. Good chance of rain with those cooler conditions that will be around. Milder, less rainy, but some drizzle and fog on Saturday, and 53 degrees, not only on Saturday, but also on Sunday, but another chance of rain. So keep that in mind. Also, if you happen to be flying, make sure you allow for some extra time as you're flying in and out of the D.C. area. Around here right now, we're looking at cloudy skies. 37 degrees currently. That's 5 degrees above our average high. In fact, the high temperature today around 37, 38 degrees. Still above freezing across most of southeast Michigan, with the exception of Port Huron. But 32 degrees, that's still right on target for mid-January. 37 at Metro Airport, 35 a little bit chillier in Ann Arbor, 38 in Monroe. Here's some rain down to our south, quite a bit of it. Light to moderate, the heavier rain in darker greens and yellows from Indianapolis up to Chicago, but it's not here yet. So if you have evening plans, you have dinner plans, they're going to be just fine. You see, rain actually starts to cross our doorstep from Ohio into southeast Michigan late tonight, after midnight, around 3 o'clock in the morning. Now for tomorrow morning for the rush hour, north of 8 Mile, see this bit of purple right here? Temperatures are going to start off around freezing. So there are some places along 8 Mile and northward that will start off briefly with a bit of ice, maybe some freezing rain with temperatures around 31 or 32 degrees. But quickly temperatures rise above freezing, making it mainly wet in the morning, then drier in the afternoon, still cloudy, but warmer conditions on the way, especially for this weekend. So we remain above average for at least the next 3 to 5 days. How about that? 34 degrees overnight when the average low is 19. Rain arrives late, again, north of 8 Mile. There is the chance of a little bit of ice, so when you wake up tomorrow morning, factor on some extra time and be careful. Don't slip and slide on ramps, bridges, or overpasses. But the ice won't stick around for long. Temperatures go from the low and middle 30s into the low 40s again. Around 44 degrees for a high by 4 p.m. and drier for the ride home in the afternoon than it will be in the morning as you take the kids to school and head off to work in the morning. Then, as we go into Saturday and Sunday, hey, tomorrow evening and also on Saturday and Sunday, we've got the winter blast downtown. Temperatures around 50 to 53 degrees for a high, but don't worry, ice will still be solid, so you can still skate over in Campus Martius. And then look at this, after the weekend, we remain above average. Temperatures go down, but not by much, between 40 and 44 degrees, with rain on Monday, drier conditions again next Tuesday and Wednesday before it gets colder.
Yeah, not exactly January weather.
Not at all.
So far, so good. Fingers crossed.
All right.
Right?
Well, the need for blood is constant, but right now there is an emergency need for blood donations. I'll explain why this is a more difficult time of year than usual.
All right, Doc, but first, there was no way out. The desperate calls for help in Italy after guests in this hotel were trapped inside by an avalanche. That's next.
Visit Suburban.
Just into our newsroom, we have learned 3 people have been arrested in connection with the home invasion in Warren we told you about earlier. A 71-year-old woman was tied up and robbed. The 3 are now being questioned by police. So keep it right here. New developments both on air and coming up on clickondetroit.com as well.
3 people are confirmed dead, dozens more unaccounted for after an avalanche plows into a luxury mountainside resort in central Italy. At least 30 people were believed to have been inside the resort last night when that avalanche hit. The aftermath left an indoor pool inundated by debris as well as windows and hallways blocked. Rescue workers were seen coming in on skis. Tonight, the search effort for victims and any possible survivors continues.
I think it always helps in the middle of January to know that baseball season is just around the corner. It actually is 77 days from now. The Tigers will take the field for opening day against the Red Sox at Comerica. Today, Tigers players in town getting fans geared up for the season. Tim Pamplin caught up with them as the annual Winter Caravan kicked off.
Comerica Park deserted this time of year. No roaring fans, no yelling of peanut vendors. Just a nod to Podge up on the big board. Today is the first day of the annual Tigers Caravan, meeting with the media during this off-season. Time for the team to catch up with one another, and then they board the buses, head points west, north, and around Metro Detroit. First stop today, For some of the players, Children's Hospital getting to meet and greet some of the younger fans. Pause was here. Miguel signing a baseball for a young fan. An opportunity for photographs, memories to last a lifetime for some of these youngsters. And some of the team headed a few blocks west to the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, where players signed their names backstage and then grabbed instruments. Here's Daniel Norris with a violin. A big cheer for Miguel Cabrera.
This is a lot of fun.
A lot of fun indeed. Maestro Leonard Slatkin is ready. Let's see how the DSO with the Tigers sound. Bravo! With the Detroit Tigers on their winter caravan. Tim Pamplin, local. Oh, right, of course, there's one more piece of video. Oh, a little doink on the head. A pat on the back. Oh, and a slap on the bottom. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's how you do it in the dugout.
Making he can keep his day job, I think.
He looks a little more comfortable at the plate.
I think so.
Pretty cool, though, the Tigers. And getting closer and closer. Just a couple weeks, we'll be saying pitchers and catchers report.
Yep, that's
Best
right.
words in the English language. Rod?
New at 5:30.
Chances are you don't have to go very far to find a road like this.
It's going to be a struggle here for the next probably 4 or 5 weeks.
And sadly for us all, even though the temperatures are warm, pothole season came early this year. Will it get any better? We'll have the answer ahead.
The Trumps come to Washington. The story of the day before the swearing in is coming up.
Talk about walking through fire. Wait until you hear from some of the guys who actually went into this burning building to save really the majority of the Detroit public bus fleet. We've got the stories coming up.
It's dinner time. Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5:30 starts now.
They saved a third of the city's entire bus fleet, and tonight, new surveillance video shows us how they pulled it off. Last week, a fire broke out at a DDOT bus garage, putting nearly 100 city buses at risk.
Thanks to DDOT workers and Detroit firefighters, most of those buses were saved. New video shows the moments that the fire broke out and what employees did to get the buses out of the way. As Paula Tutman reports, without their actions, the fire could have crippled the city's transportation system.
They call it rollout, and that's when the buses actually roll out to start picking up passengers. But what they pulled off last Thursday at the DDOT bus terminal when it caught on fire, well, that was a serious pull-off. What appears to have been a spark in the engine of an older coach roared to life as a full-fledged flaming inferno. Kenneth Glenn was there, and his first instinct, save the buses.
It was hot, it was burning, and the tires were popping, so it was like little explosions because the tires were popping.
In fact, several supervisors and drivers ran through those dripping flames to jump in the buses and drive them through the fire to safety. 80 buses in all, as this surveillance video shows. As the Detroit Fire Department showed up to beat back the flames, they worked hand in hand with the bus drivers to save the fleet, a third of the buses that ferry Detroiters everywhere.
I felt obligated to get the buses out so the citizens wouldn't be impacted.
Today, Mayor Mike Duggan did what doesn't happen often. He thanked the men and women who risk their lives every single day to save life and property. As for the 4 men who got those buses out, it's not their job to run into burning buildings, but they did.
What you saw was remarkable. The first group of the Detroit firefighters put the hoses on the fire to keep it from spreading. They said, but as they realized they had to get the rest of the buses out, we had our courageous employees who were going to drive the buses. The other engines turned the water on the buses to wet them down as the DDOT employees drove them out in the middle of the fire.
Only 7 buses were lost. Those were the oldest buses in the fleet. They were due to be retired for parts anyway. Yes, they are indeed insured, but this was an incredible feat of partnership, and absolutely every single one of these guys really did deserve to be congratulated. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Sure did. Meanwhile, the cause of the fire remains under investigation.
Off-duty police officers will now patrol in and around American Coney Island after a fight led to a shooting inside the restaurant. Detroit police are still searching for the group of men caught on camera fighting back on January 8th. The man in the red pulled a gun and shot a 19-year-old man. He suffered non-life-threatening injuries. If you recognize any of these people in this video, please call Detroit police.
It is official now. Michigan native Ronna Romney McDaniel is the new head of the Republican National Committee, formally elected to the post this morning. Meanwhile, the day before his inauguration, Donald Trump and his family have arrived in Washington, and it is going to be a whirlwind of festivities for them. And then suddenly the real deal. And the Trump day began with a symbol of the presidency. Steve Handelsman is at the White House with more. Steve?
Devin, thanks. President Obama likes to joke that one little thing, actually it's not so little, that relieves the burdens of this White House, the burdens of the presidency, is Air Force One. Well, today the Trumps did get a taste. Not a private jet with Trump on the tail, a U.S. military plane, a more prestigious ride to D.C. for Donald and Melania Trump, a symbol of the power and the bigger burdens they're about to take on.
We will make America great again.
The president and first lady-to-be staged a glitzy welcome event at his hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue for lawmakers and some nominees.
We have by far the highest IQ of any cabinet ever assembled.
But the least diversity in decades, and more Trump nominees got beaten up by Democrats.
I earnestly feel terrible.
Treasury Secretary nominee Steven Mnuchin admitting his bank unfairly foreclosed on some widows and vets.
Our errors were less than anybody else.
Okay, I'm
so
going to cut
it's
you
not
off
that
again.
I'm being defensive. I'm proud of our results.
I wouldn't be proud of all these findings.
Nominee Rick Perry testifying he's changed his mind about the Energy Department Trump tapped him to lead.
I regret recommending its elimination.
Demanding that Democrats confirm the Trump picks was his new White House press secretary.
There is really no excuse for the delay tactics and, frankly, the partisanship that's being exhibited by the Democrats.
Mr. Trump went to Arlington Cemetery to pay his respects and to symbolically take over the role of our commander-in-chief, who will make life and death decisions. Like previous president-elects, Donald Trump, along with Melania Trump, will spend the night before the swearing-in across Pennsylvania Avenue over there at the Blair House. It's modest, but it's rich in tradition. At the White House, Steve Handels, Local 4.
All right, Steve. Now, Michigander Betsy DeVos made headlines during her confirmation hearing to be the education secretary this week when she said a Wyoming district might need guns in school.
Now that district is speaking out after DeVos made this comment.
I will refer back to Senator Enzi and the school that he was talking about in Wapiti, Wyoming. I think probably there, I would imagine that there's probably a gun in the school to protect from potential grizzlies.
DeVos faced a lot of ridicule after that comment, which came after a senator asked if there was ever a reason to allow guns in schools. The Wyoming school officials have chosen fences as their answer instead.
Bears had been coming not only onto the school property, onto the playground, but there had been a bear that was sleeping underneath the porch of the school.
I think they don't believe that that's really that's a real threat. We don't allow guns on school property, so the state law prohibits that.
Wildlife experts say even if guns were allowed at schools, bear spray is actually better protection against grizzlies. In good health tonight, the need for blood is constant, but right now there is an emergency need for blood donations.
Dr. Frank McGeorge here to explain why this is a more difficult time than usual, right, Doc?
That's exactly right, Karen and Devin. In fact, you know, winter is always a challenge to the blood supply because of the holidays, vacations, and school breaks. But this winter, nationally, there have been extra challenges leading to blood going out to hospitals faster than it is coming into donor centers. Todd Kuhlman with the American Red Cross explains the current situation.
We've had a little more severe weather in certain parts of the country. Since December 1st, the Red Cross has seen over 300 blood drives canceled due to weather, and that's resulted in almost 11,000 blood and platelet products going uncollected.
That means challenges for emergencies like the one Heather Neuenschwander's son Alex faced.
Just before he turned 1, he got sick for the very first time, and he looked like he had the flu.
But he developed intestinal bleeding, and it was serious.
He had bled enough that his hemoglobin was down to 4.2, which is dangerously low, we've been told. And so he received an immediate transfusion, and that saved his life.
Giving blood is simple, and the Red Cross is trying to make it even faster with an online process called Rapid Pass.
It's pre-answering some questions, filling out your health history, things that you would do if you were to go to a blood drive. You can do it from the comfort of your home now. The day of the drive, you get there, that's already taken care of. You come in and you can, be seated and have your blood donation go pretty quickly.
Heather thinks of the person who gave the blood that saved her son often.
In a way, they're like our guardian angel. They gave us our child, and without that, he would not be our fun, happy, hockey-playing son.
Now, incidentally, I get a fair number of emails from people who want to donate, but they're not able because they're on a medication or have some medical condition that prevents them from donating. But you can still help. Volunteers at blood drives are always needed. Just call the Red Cross. And I also want to mention blood drives are going to go on for the next couple of hours at all Gardner White locations, and you can find those locations on our website, clickondetroit.com.
This pre-registering thing takes a big, because I think a lot of people think there's a hassle to it, other than just giving the blood part. That's a nice step to take out.
Exactly. It's something, it's basically answering questions ahead of time so you don't have to sit there and, do it in a little kiosk.
Right. All right. Thank you, Doc.
Well, Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba is picking up a big Olympic sponsorship. Today, the company's CEO announced the deal at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. Alibaba will create a platform to sell official Olympic products to fans. Olympic leaders saying the agreement will better connect the Olympic committees to fans around the world. This is a deal that will go through 2028, so that means it'll cover 3 winter and 3 summer Olympic Games, rumored to be worth as much as $600 million.
By this time tomorrow, the Meridian Winter Blast will be in full swing over at Campus Martius. You can take a live look from our downtown Skycam where final preps are underway. It is the 13th year for the event where you'll see food, activities, and dozens of artists and bands. Coco McAvoy introduces us to one of the new bands playing this year.
You can tell by the mixture of sounds and techniques used by the band Sias. Josias Iglesias, Haley Grant, and Scott Posada made the band in 2011.
So we started to fuse different sounds together, different genres, and we're really passionate about playing live instrumentation on stage as well as electronic.
Sias will have their chance to do just that at this weekend's Meridian Winter Blast.
It's a great event to be a part of, and it's our first time, so we're super thrilled about it.
And the trio has been preparing for their big moment on stage.
We'll spend, at least, 6-7 hours a week just rehearsing, getting our sets down from covers to originals.
All while settling into their new and cozy recording studio.
All the pictures will have mounts so you can just put your guitar or piano or whatever you want on it.
Which just happens to be nestled right in the middle of Corktown.
But we're trying to go for that rustic Corktown look, keep a Detroit theme with it.
Same goes for their music, and Sias hopes that Detroit theme will be heard through their songs and resonate with the dozens of people attending Winter Blast this weekend. Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
Winter Blast starts tomorrow at 4 o'clock. It runs through Sunday. To get in, you can pay $3 or bring 3 canned good items. Or you can go to the auto show and get your hands stamped, and then you get in for free.
The musicians are really happy with the milder temperatures because it is really tough
use your
to play. Yes, A woman ice fishing up north lands a spectacular catch.
What she caught out on the lake that brought her to tears, and we aren't talking about this fish.
Also, Sir Paul McCartney heads to court. What he created decades ago that he claims was stolen right out from underneath him, that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Rod.
Pockmarked roads are Michigan's middle name.
We try to get the tire busters first, and then we come back and try to button up all the holes on the road.
But do these warmer temperatures in January help this problem or hurt? I'll have the answer ahead.
Have you got new at 6?
Unseen and unheard. There's a mystery in one Oakland County community where the thieves are somehow making off with large appliances inside homes.
Also, a Wayne County assistant prosecutor admits to doing something on Christmas that's put his career in jeopardy. That's at 6.
Well, it is a bonus this time of year for us. Michigan's only suffered, a couple weeks of real winter.
Unseasonably warm temperatures so far, pretty nice, but it brings on the undesirable, inevitable early pothole season. Good thing or bad thing? For some answers, we bring in our business editor, Rod Maloney, with a closer look. Rod?
Well, Devin, it is bad, actually. It's sort of taking the bad with the good, and it's one of those things where you're definitely going to want to keep your tire shop on speed dial. The hungry, gaping, sharp as razor blades asphalt lakes are lurking in January this year. The trucks normally doing the plowing are out delivering the cold patch instead.
I have a feeling it's going to get worse.
One of the guys who has to field the furious phone calls and dispatch the crews from the highways to the byways is Leo Ciavada, Macomb County's road superintendent.
We have 13 crews out today. We put as many crews out as we can during the course of the week to get the potholes. We try to get the tire busters first, and then we come back and try to button up all the holes on the road.
The real danger this year is these road crews put out hot asphalt in the holes. They can't always get the water out of them either, so then overnight it all freezes, and then the next day in the daylight things warm up again, which, as we all know, is a recipe for roadway decay of the worst order.
If we continuously get frost and thaw cycles, it's going to make it a lot worse. So at this point it's here early, and we're trying to stay on top of it.
By prioritizing the roadway.
We try to do state first, primary second, and then when those get buttoned up, we head into sub and try to get those.
Now, there is something you can do besides complain about these potholes, and what you do is you pick up your phone and you can call in and report one of these potholes. And I've called Macomb County, Oakland County, Wayne County. We have their phone numbers. Oakland County actually has a phone app that you can use to report a pothole. So if you go on clickondetroit.com, it'll be attached to this story. You can get those numbers, put them in your phone, so the next time you hit one of those monsters, you can call it in. Reporting live in Ferndale, Rod Maloney, Local 4.